All right. Today, I just want to discuss a story. I just want to tell a story, a friendship with me and Mr. Jim. After I came back home, when I was on the metro, I just started to miss him. I start to when we first met was on the lobby, an apartment. We are both our morning person, and in the morning I got some coffee, and I saw him, and he started to discuss. He had a conversation with me first. How are you doing? You're so early. What are you doing? I said I was reading, and we just have a simple conversation. Where did you study? How's your life? I just simply gave him some answers, and I remember it clearly that the first day I met him, I was reading a book, The Differences Between God and Laurie Ellison. It's a book of entrepreneurship and a business book, and I don't know why he started to like me. And the second day, he gave me a Starbucks cup as a gift. I still had it. As you guys can see, this Starbucks cup from Washington D.C. This Mr. James gave me. I still keep it, no matter where I go. When I was in the United States, when I just come back to my hometown. Now I'm in Shenzhen, I still bring it. When I start to drink water, coffee, or tea, I can see that he's there. And he treated me really well. And we started a message. We started to say good morning. We started to see him the second day. And he started to share his life. And in the morning, when we drink coffee, and he's take me to eat breakfast from Whole Food, and I started to share some books that I've learned, like this one. Sometimes I read a book. As you guys can see, that I shared a lot of things on this channel, just as the same as I talked to Mr. Jim, and I discussed him with American history, different presidents, which one do you like, or the history behind. I started to discuss with him about, well, what do you think of different states, and I discussed him with different investors, Jerry Ballett, Warren Buffett. I discussed Charlie Munger. I discussed for Charlie Monick, Benjamin Franklin. I discussed a lot of guys, and that shocked him. He said, "Well, you're not a Chinese guy. You know a lot of American history, and you're like an alien. You know a lot of American things, American." And I was, I said, I would just feel a little bit awkward. As I said, it's normal because I like reading. And he started to like me more, and he started to invite me to his house. Sometimes we just eat, and every time we hang out, he just bought me everything. I couldn't spend my money. He paid almost everything for me, and that was the summer after my first semester, and he invited me to watch baseball game, and he just bought a ticket that cost $200, and he's just bought me one for free, and I can't appreciate it more. And I share a lot. He's also like taking photos, and when I graduate, he came to my graduation celebration, and he took a lot of pictures for me. And there are a lot of other students. Some of them I feel a little bit admire. And I truly feel grateful. And he's treat me like his son. And actually, he didn't marry. He spent the whole life being single, being celibacy. So I feel like I'm part of his son. He's my Western brother, and I just emailed him a few months ago, asking how's his life doing, and he's right now taking care of his mother. And his dad passed away on last year on the February from like 86, and he's right now 63. And he asked me, "What do you want to do? What's your plan in the future?" And I just seriously talked to him. I want to be an entrepreneur and the investor. That's my passion. I directly talked to him. I said I really want to be an international entrepreneur and an investor. And in the future, I want to be a billionaire. I talked to him. And I said, in the future, if you visit China, I'm going to take care of you if you come to Shenzhen. And it's been a lot of time right now. It's been a year. The last day he invited me to visit Washington, D.C. because I just bought a ticket, fly from D.C. to Shenzhen. That the last few days, he invited me to his home. We watch a show together, and we eat, and we visit a museum. And we don't talk a lot. And for the last few days, I share a lot of things, and he discussed her mom sometimes feel lonely because her husband just passed away. So, and he has a sister, but his sister just got married. She couldn't afford to take care of her mom, so he just take care of her mom by himself. And he's still working. He's 63 now. I said, why don't you retire? He said, don't say retire. This word reminds me of my age. I just want to say I quit this job because in the United States, if you work before 65, you retire, you couldn't get a inference. So I said, right, okay. And I said, maybe you can just start to invest in real estate so in the future you don't need to be too tired to work. And he said, real estate is too risky. I said, you are right. And he invited me to eat Italian food. And we see a few months ago, he used to drive his car back to Long Island. This is in the Massachusetts state. And he's my friend. He's maybe the best friend of mine. Maybe not best friend. It's one of my important friends in my life. At some point in my life, I am here discuss with you. Yes, I've been through some struggles. And my dream is too big. I'm just too ambitious. I'm too ambitious. I just need to find a way to prove myself. Honestly, need to find a way to prove myself. So in the future, I can talk to him again and say, hey, Mr.Jim, Hans did it. And in the future, I really think about, except taking care of my parents, I also need to take care of him. Because he's my Western brother. And he's treating me really well. And in the future, as an appreciation, I'm going to treat him well. Once he needs someone to take care of. Hans is going to have this ability to take care of him. And I don't want to let him down. And I sometimes I just, especially when he drives his car, and I said, "Why you treat me so well? Why you just invite me to eat a lot of food? I never spent like once my money. Why you don't let me to afford it?" He said, "Because you're special. I believe you're somewhat has this potential. You are different from other guys." And he said that. He said, "I can do it." He has some intuition that I can do it. So he's trusting me. He's believing me. He has the faith in me. So Hazali is going to keep doing it, not just for myself, not just for other things, just sincerely for myself. That's what I want to discuss today. I hope you guys like this short video, this short story. Let's see you on the next one. Peace.